Okay guys, this is swim bait blend, dead on. I'm going to heat this up. We're going to make some tails for the green shad color grub. Okay, I'm going to put this in the microwave. I've got to get it to 350. Alright, and it'll take about 3.5 to 4 minutes. It varies, depends how much you have in the cup. Don't burn it. You're better off to cook it, check it, add what you think you need. If you get it too hot, maybe 435, 430, yeah, it'll turn brown. Alright guys, we got her plenty hot enough. Now I'm going to add 0.15 flake to it, and I'm going to add a good many. That's that's a good many. I want that tail to have a lot of flake in it. Alright. I might have put too many in it. I might have put a touch too many. We'll see. It'll fool you. A couple times I thought I had way too many, and when I shoot them, it'll surprise you once they get thinned out. Alright, still 340. We're going to shoot it. Okay. Mold's a little cold, so see what happens here. I usually heat them up. I haven't had time. Yep, knocked my vise open. Done that before with the cup. It's not the first time, guys. That lever. Alright, let it cool. That lever right there opens that easy. You just tap it and that's it. But I've done it before. Moved the cup and hit it. Oh well. Let it cool and we'll go open it. Okay, folks. I already had some silver. The Tennessee shad is half silver and half an olive green. Alright. Now, this was one of Sam's ideas. He had a grub that he always liked, and he said, let's try it, see if you can make something close to it. So I got looking at the grub and got checking around. I think they call it Tennessee shad, which has an olive looking back, right? It's not a bright green, it's an olive looking green. Alright, so I thought, oh yeah, that might be a good color to add. Now the grubs are selling really good. This is probably not one of the best sellers. The Virginia shad, Junebug, actually hot perch, the orange OJ plus, because it's got a chartreuse tail. That's why OJ is orange, right? Plus a chartreuse tail. That's why I call it that. All right. Yeah, I know y'all probably wonder about some of my names, ain't you? The flamingo. With the chartreuse tail, the flamingo color. Flamingos are pink, right? That's why I call it flamingo. Yeah, I know. You gotta give them names though, guys. So, let me melt these two. I gotta cook them. I gotta give them to the melt good, which is around 340 for to get all the lumps out. And we're gonna shoot them in the mold, okay? All right, guys. I got the microwave cooking up the colors. Let's see how much. See if I put too much flake in it. Yeah, I want the tail to be sparkly, clear with the spark in it. Oh yeah, but it'll surprise you when you open. It's hard for me to keep these things on camera, guys. I don't have a good place to do it here. Oh yeah, you're fine. See, it looks like it's a lot when you look at that stem, but that's about right, isn't it? That little tail has good flake in it. See, it's so thin that it spreads them out. You look at this part of it, and you go like, wow, Dennis, it's all flake. But when you look at that little tail, it's not, is it? Alright? Yeah, sometimes you just, when you're mixing colors, guys, I'll tell you, it fools me a lot of times. I'll go like, oh, this color's going to be awful. And when I first made this color here, I made some and I shot it and I kept looking at them. I'm going like, I don't know. I just don't know. So when I got a chance to fish with them, bam, the fish loved them. Y'all will see in the video. Had no problem catching fish with them. So, you know, let the fish decide what they want. All right, let me get these in the mold, and I'll show you in a minute. We'll shoot the bodies. All right, guys, what I've done. This is vegetable you can buy from the grocery store. I know a lot of guys use the worm oil. I hear them talking about that. When I put scent in your bag, I use worm oil mixed with the scent. It's a Nez. They use it to make pretzels and everything else. You can look it up. But people have been using it for years. A lot of your major bait companies use it. Okay? And it's good stuff. It doesn't stink. It's just a good scent. The fish like it. Now what I've got to do is take each one of these and I lay them in place. And I learned that I can pull them off this stem. Left side goes in. There's one, ain't no good. So I shot this mold cold, guys. So I might get one or two that's not good. This mold is, I just pulled it off the back here. It was 26 degrees last night. That's another one. And that's fine. I didn't expect every one of them to be perfect when it's molds that cold. And I don't need but a few of them. We're going to shoot one time. I'm digging through them here now. There's a good one. I got to take each one of these and lay them here like that. When you're shooting something this small, if you want it to come out really good, you need to heat your molds. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear that cracking noise or not. That's the griddle behind me. Yeah, and I'm not making pancakes. The grub molds is on that, okay? And they're heating up right now. That's what I'm doing. Heating up the grub mold. So when we shoot the grub molds, I do not want to waste anything. I wouldn't worry about these tails because I don't need, it makes 40 at a time and I don't need but 20. So I need 20 good tails just so I can show y'all how to make these. But if I was going to make tails to make baits today, I would heat the molds. It's 60 degrees outside, but this shop, they didn't get warm enough. Now I got to put all those in place like that. So when I lay them there, they almost get right in place because these tails have a little rib on it. See? Once you lay them, or you just tap them, they'll go right in place. Almost like magic. I've showed y'all my magic before. All right, guys, let me get the rest of them in here. The colors are cooking. They got to go a little bit further, and we'll shoot them. All right, guys. I've had this gun on the griddle too, but it doesn't feel real hot. All right, here we go. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just holding a little pressure because, like I say, she's cold. I'm trying to do this and work around the camera stand to get y'all close enough. It's hard to do. I didn't mean to kick the camera, but it happens. I'm gonna try to stay out of the way of the camera stand this time, so I don't kick it. I want to shut that back so I can use it for a table. Let's get all this stuff off the top. One of the first things I've learned about these grub molds, they don't open easy. Now I'll tell you something I've learned about shooting grubs. Since they have such a small body, and you're doing two colors, there's not much color there, is it? So, there's the green side. There's the silver side. So, you've got to make your colors darker. So when I make a color in the grubs, I'm just gonna pull one off here, guys. See the silver side? There's the green side. And see that little tail? Little tail looks good there now, doesn't it? Looks flashy, doesn't it? Alright. I'm going to do this with a lot of the grubs. That gives y'all a chance to see them. You know, I hear this all the time from y'all folks. When I go on your website, those baits don't look nothing like that. I get them, when I buy my baits, man, they're awesome. I can't believe how pretty they are when you get them in your hand. I hear that a lot. Y'all comment that and stuff. I've had local people tell me that I run into. They order and run into them, you know, at the lake or something. But, yeah, that's with anybody. You go on Bass Pro, anybody, their pictures are never as good. A picture's a picture. Paint, y'all know I paint. Paint's the same way. You can buy, people do this to me all the time. I'll go in and paint a room, they go like, this ain't the color I picked. I said, man, this is 32-3 daylight blue. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. And they're holding the card up there. I said, man, you know that card is a picture, right? What? Yeah, it's not real paint. It's a picture. So, pictures are not the same. That paint card is to give you an idea what the color's going to look like. That doesn't mean it's going to match it perfect, guys. Alright, there you go. Hope y'all enjoy this video. It worked really great for me. It's called the Green Shad. Now, you must be a subscriber. If you went this far and you have never subscribed, you need to subscribe, okay? Subscribers giveaway. One number per person. You can't go over the number. If the number is 199 and you put down 200 and somebody has 195, the 195 is going to win. That's how we separate the winners from losers. If somebody happens to get on both sides of the number, okay? I make the draw at 5 o'clock on Wednesday evening. It might be 5:30 before I make it. Get your number down before 5 o'clock, all right? Most time it's 5:15 or something like that, so you're taking a chance. I still have people leaving numbers at 6, 7, 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. It's over with then, okay, guys? Draws doesn't happen. I done notified the winner, all right? I'll mail that as soon as I can to you, as soon as I get your address and get it straight. So there you go. I use a random number draw. I hit a number and it shows it. I film it. I load that on Thursday. Wednesdays and Fridays are fun videos. No number. Don't leave a number on Wednesdays and Fridays because you get nothing. Guys, once a week so I can afford to give away and mail it to you, right? All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Green shad. Good clear water to a light stained bait. If you're fishing clear water, it looks like a little minnow coming through the water. You know those little greenback minnows, some people call them? You look in your lake, in the little minnows, and catch some of them. They got a greenish, blackish back. Yep, baby catfish are black. You ever noticed that? They certainly are. So there's a lot of fish in the water that has a greenish tint. Baby bass. You could say, hey, that's a baby bass color. Yes, it could be. Right after the bass spawn, these should be hot, right? Appreciate y'all, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bam. Wow. I'll tell you what. Oh, man. He's putting a hammer on me. Love these cold water crappies till that water gets warm. Oh, there's a nice one, too. That's another reason he's putting a hammer on me. Come here, don't you get off. Oh, yeah, it's a real nice one. I've caught some nice crappie today, guys. I haven't caught many, but I've caught quite a few this size. Look at that. Now, this is on the green shad color. What do you think of that? Called green shad. One side's pearl, one side's a greenish brown. Okay? It's kind of a copy of a Tennessee shad. Y'all remember the Tennessee shad color? Okay. Alright, guys, I got another one. I'll tell you what. I started off using quite a few different colored baits today. And I finally caught fish on the meal times. The water has a little stain to it, but it's not really bad. And I started catching fish on the mealtime color. Well, I figured it was time to switch for another video, and I went to this green shad, I call it. It's greenish brown. I'm using green tint, and I'm putting a little bit of brown in it. One side's pearl, one side's a light pearl. That's a nice fish, guys. Bam. And hey, I'm gonna tell you what, they like it. They have hit it hard. Now, you know, I've said this a few times, when the water's got some stain to it, we want to go to brighter, darker and brighter colors, and sometimes that's the answer. Sometimes the answer is go to a brighter, darker color. But right now the visibility is about, wow, I'm going to tell y'all, I can make it out right there. All right. Reel up, whoa. Give me a second, but bear with me. All right, there's the visibility. Visibility is about 16 inches. Okay, 16, 18 inches is visibility. It's cleared up some because it was about 10 or 12 last week. So this is light stain, I would consider, and I like light stain water. Well, when the water is lightly stained like this, you don't need orange. You can catch them on orange. I'm not saying that. Don't say, well, orange is my best color. I'm not saying that. Your lake could vary. Lakes change a little bit. But what I'm saying is, guys, don't be afraid to use a natural color. When the water has a light stain to it. Like I say, you're 15, 18 inch visibility, almost 2 foot. You can get by with a lot of your natural colors. Virginia shad would be excellent too right now. But I've tried some baits with some color to them, and I had blue. I tried winter, which is blue with blue boy chartreuse tail. They'd monkey with it. That was it. I can't remember what else I tried. I tried plain blue boy. I tried spark. They'd bump at it. I went to mealtime on the grub, bam, started catching fish. This is green shad, it's working great too. And they're more natural looking colors, all right? And you gotta match the mood of the fish. Sometimes they don't, you know, somebody commented this week, sometimes they hit hair, jigs good, and sometimes they'd rather have plastic. That's it. Sometimes you just got to find the colors what they're interested in. Sometimes they're not interested in a bright color. You're better off with a more natural presentation. Bam. These fish were 55 feet out there. That's why I said it. The last video. Oh, come on. Don't get in my trolling motor. There we go. The last video I was saying that the owner of Holly Grove, Craig, I was talking to him. He said guys are coming into that crappie fishing saying, man, they're spooky. Man, they're hard to catch. And I said, yeah, you got to stay away from them. If they know you're there, once they see the boat, that's it. And the next thing is, guys, you got to find what they want. Stay away from them. I have them sometimes, I get close to them with a bait and they run from the bait. That's a nice fish too, guys. Bam. I'm having fun today. Didn't start off that way. First hour, I never caught a fish. That's right. So I found what they wanted. That's what you got to do sometimes, guys. You got to figure them out. And the first place I started was a few crappie there. I'm sitting here now. I haven't moved, guys. I only went maybe a little distance here. I started on this side of that buoy. Now it looks like a long ways to y'all, but it's probably 40 yards, 50 yards. Yeah, maybe 50 yards. I started on this side of it about 20 yards. So I've only went about 30 yards. And I'm moving, stopping, let my trolling motor hold me, looking around. That's what I'm doing. The crappie are moving. That's why I'm using this heavier head. They're moving a lot. I got a 1/16 rigged up too. But sometimes the bait's getting to them, they're gone. So I went to this heavier head so I can get it to them before they move out of the way. Right here's the fish I just caught. That's where he came from. Look here, 55 foot. This would be fun of it. Those fish are right at 60 foot from me. If this heavier head, I can get there. I can put it over there. 4-pound test. This is Cast King that Jesse gave me. Still using it. I don't empty my spools when I place the line. This one's close to it. Gonna need it. I take about half of it off, and then put new line on. I was telling somebody that the other day, and they went, "Oh, I always empty my spool." I said, "How many times crappie fishing have you got down to the half a spool?" Never. I said, "That's right. You don't need to." Oh, I messed one of them right there. I had a bite of one of those fish. All right, guys, I got another one out of that school. Now I threw at them about 4 or 5 more times before I finally got one. They followed me. They was following me, so I kept. As long as they followed me, I kept on them a couple times. One nipped at me when I made the cast and was trying to show y'all the fish. Good gosh, they fight hard. That's a nice sized crappies. Why? Bam! There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a nice crappie right there too. I'll take them all day long that size. He was hooked up good too. There, got it. Green shad. That's a nice fish. Right, make sure y'all on. Got a nice one. Got some shoulders too. He's about 11 and a half, maybe 11 and 3/4. Bam, bam. Found another one. I'll tell you what, they're pretty aggressive on this color. Yeah, he's a decent one to get out of there. He's a decent one too. Oops. Hey, you got it off right there, guys. This didn't hit me close to the boat, guys. It hadn't been happening much. But I threw at them a couple times and they was coming toward the boat and I just reeled it along with them. And I got about 25 feet from the boat. He rose up and hit it and I was kind of surprised. But I wasn't running my trolling motor or nothing, so he couldn't hear me. All right, that's a decent little fish. He's about 11 inches. Green shad. Bam, I'll tell you what, this color's hot. By far the best color I threw today. Out of 6 or 8 colors I've played with. They're hitting it faster, more aggressive. When I come by a few fish, I mean, it ain't like, I'll follow it a little ways, and some of them do follow it, but more of them are grabbing it than I did using other colors. That's a nice fish there too, guys. There you go, green shad. Get you right here in the sun where you can see. All right, see it's pearl on one side, It's a sad green. Actually, I said I used green a while ago, but it's a moss green. It's just a nice fish, guys. It's a moss green I use, and I put a drop of brown in it, so it's got a little bit of a brown tint to it. And if you look at Tennessee shad color they put on crankbaits or anything, it's a sad green. It's not a bright green, is it? And that's what I was trying to copy. I used to use Tennessee shad jerkbaits a lot, mega bass, 110s and stuff, bass fishing, and the Tennessee shad colors and even crankbait stuff were excellent, you know, for bass, and you catch crappie on them too. But it's representing a shad, right? So that's what we copied, and that's one of the colors that Sam asked me what was I going to make. So bam, there it is. Sam, I don't know if you used yours yet or not, but there you go. The color works fine. I'll tell you something, guys. These things, the fish are hitting so soft that a couple of my bites I've gotten, fish I've caught, I didn't feel them bite. This fish here was 4 of them together, and I threw at them 2 or 3 times. Done gave up on them. I said, I'm gonna try one more time. And I threw over it and was reeling it back, and I seen 2 of them following it, and I seen them make that turn. Guys, when they grab a bait, the reason you feel that thump, it's a crappie goes up like this. When they bite your bait, they just don't go up behind and bite it. I'm not saying they don't all the time. On the average, when they get at it, they turn and come up at it. They make a fast swim up, and I reckon it's so they can scoop it through that mouth, right? I seen him do that, seen him make the fast turn. Look here, and I set the hook. Look here, he's been bit. See, I told y'all birds are probably doing that. That's a nice fish too, guys. He'd been a mouthful for a bird, but something bit him. That fish is good. He's right at 12 inches. All right, guys, you know what I'm going to do? It just hit me. I'm going to make sure I'm recording. Yeah. Okay. You never know with cameras, guys. You got to be there. I'm going to make this a porta catch, okay? So what we'll do, I'll get in the shop and I'll show you how I make these, okay? It's green shad. And somebody's going to win some of them. So you know what you got to do? You put a number down between 1 and 400. I draw from 10 to 400. You can't go over the number. If it gives us number 200 and you 201 and somebody's 198, they're going to win. That way, if somebody's on each side of the number, we don't have an argument. I don't want y'all getting an argument who won. And yeah, haha. And whoever wins, on Wednesday nights I make a video, and I load that on Thursday mornings. And on Fridays, I usually ride to the Mexican restaurant on Fridays, post office right beside of it, and I'll mail that to you when I do that, okay? Appreciate y'all, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. It's a subscriber giveaway, okay? Make sure you're subscribing. My numbers are growing slowly. Sometimes it goes up. The other day I was at on 99. I was on 299, and then went back down down. So I told my wife. She said, "You're having trouble breaking 2,400." I said, "Yeah, because it keeps going up, then it keeps going back down." So my son says they purge it. If you don't watch for a while, they purge it. And this is the part that gets me. Only about 20% of my views are from subscribers. The other 80% are from people just clicking on it and watching it. Yeah. So if half of my subscribers would watch, that would be about 1,200, 1,400 views a video. Appreciate you guys that watch. I really do. Appreciate you. I appreciate your comments. Hey, Dennis, Fishing Lake Country. We'll see y'all again.